EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us in downtown New Orleans at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Green Bay Packers and the New Orleans Saints. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. First down, Vaughn. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
2nd and 3. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Rashawn Gary able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
So certainly not the start they were looking for here as they come up on a 3rd and 14. Looking to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I don't see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. They'll try and throw for it here. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Matt Breida with touchdown number 8 on the year. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a... And now nothing but green ahead of him. The 20, 10, touchdown, New Orleans. Ito Smith with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. And those are the highlight reel runs you dream of right there.
When he gets a seam and just gets through it, how about the explosiveness, the burst to get there to begin with, and then once he's in full gallop, good luck trying to track him down.
And those plays so demoralizing for the defense.
Absolutely, because you've done so much work trying to keep people in front of you. When they're past you and behind you, that's a tough one to swallow.
And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, get the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Throw left side complete. That's Lamb. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Now a give to Breda. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer first down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. Murray's going to keep this himself on the RPO. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. This is Breida. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. Murray with a 3rd and long. They'll roll him out right. And that is incomplete. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. Murray sets to throw on 4th. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. The CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Vaughn. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It'll be a Saints 1st down on a gain of 16 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now back to throw. Airing it out deep for Smith. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this 1st quarter. Ready for the 2nd quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It'll be a Saints 1st down on a pickup of 13. On 1st down, Vaughn. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4. He goes full extension, and he's got it. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 18.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence, or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end. They'll set up a throw. Finding Knox there, complete. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st.
Here we go.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route. Ordinarily, it's probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go. At their own 19-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A gain there of 30 big ones. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. First down, Murray. It's caught over the middle, Hooper. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Packer 1st down. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Now a chance to make that encroachment penalty really hurt. 1st and 5. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen.
On 2nd and 9, Murray being chased out left. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Curtis Samuel, his 11th touchdown of the year, as his guys have cut the lead down to 2. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is in a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more. Reading
under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Staying on the ground, this time it's Smith. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 17 there and a New Orleans 1st down. Now, you talked about the need for them to establish the run early. They've been able to do that here in the first half.
And that means that the whole offense has adopted that attitude and that persona. We're going to take care of this young quarterback. Let's all get together and run it and take the pressure off.
He was taken down by Quentin Dunbar.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the Packers 47.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Mike 35.
He'll look to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. Now the Saints will use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches. So we have reached halftime here in a tight 2-point contest. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. And here we go on 4th down with Murray. Man open, that's Robert Foster complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give them 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well.
Safety's creeping. Shift. Quick dash.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. On the stop was Aaron Donald. Throwing on 2nd down. Murray. That'll be complete to Breida. It'll be a 2-yard gain. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the 2nd down pass play only went for 2. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Aaron Donald has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. They do go for it. It's Murray. And the pressure gets to him again. A surprising move to go for it. And predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Eddie Goldman with a sack. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. 2nd and 15. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Randy Gregory. He's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. They'll look to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Rashawn Gary able to record his 5th sack of the season. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down again. Randy Gregory. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a third situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
Now a give running left is Breida. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the Saints' 39-yard line.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. Here, Warren. Go. Kill, kill, kill. Turn it up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn it up. Drink. Lucky. Slam. Slam. Yup, yup. Check 43.
Now a handoff looking right. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Even after the penalty, still a full 7 yards to go on 3rd down. Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. So now the Packers turn things over to the special teams crew. They're on for the field goal try. This will be kicked from the 42. It's a 52-yard attempt. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Hey, listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds. They were all county, all state, at other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
Here's a run on 1st down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's been a good one so far, just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. 2nd and 11. Looking here for Smith downfield. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, New Orleans. Ito Smith with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes this a 9-point game. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Stepping up. Oh, now Murray has it stripped.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
On 2nd and 9, Murray, and he's going to have the connection to Foster. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It's a gain of 16 and a first down for the green and gold.
Watch 36.
Murray now on first down. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter. Maybe you do start to watch. Is the arm there, the leg's still there? This has been a tough game. On 2nd and 10, Murray, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
I remember throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed.
55, right there in the middle, 55.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Murray, open man, here's Foster. Give him 19 on the play, but they will still come up a bit short. And now it's 4th down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Watch it, go. Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike. Hey, tight.
Murray and company going for it on 4th. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Throwing on first down is Murray. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Murray again, 2nd and 10. Got an open man, it's Foster. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patches.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a two-possession game. It is a two-possession game at this stage in the 4th. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. He'll have a first down past the 40. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. A big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. They'll run on first down. It's Vaughn. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 14 yards is the pickup. First down, New Orleans. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
I know he ain't got it. 31's the mic. Here we go, D.
They'll look to throw here on first down. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And it's caught. And he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football.
3 down, 3 down.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Back at the 2 now. Here's second and goal. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Rashawn Gary in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
55. You can't block me. Hey, switch gears, switch gears.
They'll set up to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Quentin Dunbar right there on the coverage.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
And they're going to go for this thing. They're not going to leave anything to chance. They're going to roll the dice on 4th and goal.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
He's fighting, but they're not going to let him in. Stopped at the 2-yard line. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and that will force a turnover on downs. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field.
Watch tight, tight is right. You got 3 down, 3 down.
Now this time, Murray to throw it. He'll wind up being stopped for no gain, and it'll lead to a 4th down. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
They're going for it. It's Murray. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off at the 15. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this be who you are defense. D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of anything. And secondary, you play the pass. That way, you're all set, ready for whatever they put out there.
And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. 2nd and 5. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And he's into the clear. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown.
Nice pick, nice pick.
So this likely just to get the final score a bit closer given the time remaining, but they'll have a go for 2 here.
Watch 30 seconds.
After the turnover, here's Murray to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
At their own 22-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
After the pick six, they go right back to the air. Going up top. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 24, but he will not be able to bring it back. My goodness, what a bizarre ending. The kind of decision that could get a quarterback released before he gets back to the locker room. But fortunately for him and his crew, the ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for New Orleans, the win will move them to 7-2 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for the Packers, they'll lose an important one here as that drops them to 5-4 on the season. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home